figures guiding light.
Good morning. Good morning, Maureen. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, everybody in the universe who happens to be out there in digital land. You young whippersnappers. So, hope everybody had a good night's sleep. We actually got to bed early last night. That was glorious. Mina had to be up early today. So I'm like, can we go to bed at 9:30 and actually get some sleep? And she's like, yes. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's going to be glorious. So I got my 8+ hours sleep. I made breakfast this morning. And it's sunshiny out. So what more do we need for right now? Well, there's all the extra stuff that goes with life, but we'll deal with that as it comes. So what are we doing this morning? We are listening to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean, which is a reminder to take a breath. All that running around I was doing this morning, it's glorious, but now it's like, oh yeah, feet flat on the floor, going through the elements of the tarot. So our feet are what? Earth, getting grounded, and then having our butt do the kitty dance, and there's fire because that's our midsection there. And then we have water, the chest as we move up. Oh gosh. And then finally air, which is where our head sticks up in, relaxing our neck. So this weekend I will be in Havre de Grace doing another class, so that's going to be great and fun and all those things. So I'm looking forward to that. And so now we get a chance to check in with the universe, see how we're feeling today, see if we have any angers or resentments. And like I like to say, if we look at it now, then maybe later on if something pops up, maybe, just maybe, instead of reacting to it, if we look at it now, maybe we might actually, take a look at it, take a breath, walk out, because we already thought about it this morning. So we have Shauna. Hello, Shauna. Hey, yeah. Wave back and smiley face to you too. Shauna, this is everybody else. Everybody else, this is Shauna. Okay, let's see what we have here. So, what am I going to do today? I am going to make our 3 stacks. It's like each one's a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one's a different thought or idea. And if we believe in a multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead down one path, this stack down a different path, and this one's going to take us in a totally different direction. So today, let's take a look at the bottom stack of what I like to think of as things that are underneath us that might be influencing us, and we don't even realize it. Oh my gosh, look at how white my hair is getting. So I'm going to do our 3 in 1. And today I thought, let's use the Crow Tarot. Crows are messengers, so. And I'll flip each card over one at a time, like we are reading the pages of a book. And our first card, let's start out the day. So yesterday was all minors. Hope everybody just kind of walked through the day. We had our little advice to think about, to meditate on. Today, we're talking about change. Here we are. The tarot runs in cycles of 10, and here we are at number 10 again. So, when we go in the tarot with the minors, 1 to 10, with the Marseille, moving justice back to number 8, and strength away back to number 11. This is all about earthly things. Everything up until now is about earthly things. And so when we get to the Wheel of Fortune, Then we're talking about moving towards higher, more metaphysical things. But this is about change. This is about movement. We spin the wheel because we can't stay where we are. But as I often say with the Wheel of Fortune is that I do believe we can influence the Wheel of Fortune, because if you do the next right thing, you get the next right thing. So today is about looking for that change, being aware of it, being ready for it, and maybe even looking for the positive side, which is not always easy. But let's see the next card. We have the Seven of Coins, but it's reversed. So sevens are about potential, drive, ambition, wanting to get things done. The Seven of Coins is one of those cards where, this bird has gone out, looked for a coin, put it in its nest, then it hung one here, went out, looked for a coin, put it over here. The coins are our home, health, finances, all those things that keep us grounded. Planting seeds, whether it is planting seeds in a bank account or doing something at work. We're planting seeds. We're doing things because we want things to grow. We do that with our relationships. We do that with our health. We start a diet, and do we instantly feel better? No. So when we're talking about the Seven of Coins, we're talking about where we are in a process. Again, if we're using the numerology 1 to 10, 7, we've gone past the hill that's the 5. The 5s are the challenges. We're getting closer to 9 and 10. So this is the part where we're in between, and we can be impatient about it. Like I say, we started a diet yesterday, and we got on the scale again today. What happens? So when we look towards a change, what changes are we looking to make? Then what is our expectations for those changes? But let's see what the next card is, which is the Five of Wands. And fives are always challenges. So when we had 4 wands, 4 are like 4 legs on a table, so we're talking stability. Boy, do I repeat myself a lot, right? But it's through repetition we learn. But then somebody throws a wrench in there. So again, I always call this Thanksgiving at my family's house, or he with the loudest voice wins. So it's not about getting physical or anything like that. The Five of Wands is more about, that you think things are going well, and then somebody has to say something, and then everything erupts. So it's kind of like we're ready for change. We're going to get ready for a New Year's resolution, and then a week later, we're going to be frustrated because we haven't lost that 5 pounds, or we haven't, gotten that raise, or we haven't done the garden that we wanted to. It's we're waiting for the seeds to bloom, and they haven't bloomed when I feel they should. So sometimes that leads into frustration and things like that. So this is about expectations, tampering our expectations to be realistic, so that we can avoid walking into the Five of Wands. So let's see the advice card. And it's the King of Pentacles. So again, Pentacles, home, health, finances, all the things that keep us grounded. As compared to the Wands, Wands are fire, energy, action. Kings are when we are ready to take charge of things. Kings are when we're ready to do the adulting, to see things the way they really are. And the King of Coins is about then taking charge of those things around our home, our health, our finances, our jobs, and again, the things that do keep us grounded. So, as we're looking at today, the Destiny card then, the major, is the Wheel of Fortune. So, when we finally get a catalyst, sometimes something has to happen. Sometimes we have to finally say, enough is enough. Sometimes pain's the motivator and change happens. But then we put our expectations, because we put in so much effort. You know, I'm exercising, I'm walking, and it's like I still, am not meeting my expectations after 5 days. And we get frustrated and we end up like just saying, screw it, I'm not going to do it. And we may even get angry at other people because we're disappointed in ourselves. But the King of Coins, kings think long term. Kings look beyond the Wheel of Fortune. Kings do not stop at the Wheel of Fortune and say, what's going to happen tomorrow? The king's going to say, regardless of the Wheel of Fortune, I need to prepare for the next harvest, or I need to prepare for the next whatever we have in the future so that we can make long-term plans. The Seven of Coins is not about being patient and making long-term plans, which leads to the frustration. So today, as we're getting frustrated at whatever goals we may set or what changes come, we just had an election. Everything should immediately change, right? And if it doesn't, then we get back to the frustration. That's not long-term thinking. The King of Coins is grounded and doesn't think in terms of today. So today, don't think of in terms of today. Think of in terms of where do I want to be tomorrow and then the day after that, and what steps do I need to make it to get there and not feel that frustration. I love the tarot. Because I definitely have a project going on at work that I want I want it to be done so I can move on to other things. And it's like, no, I am the project manager, just like this King of Coins. So, with that, I hope everybody has that amazing, amazing day today. Temper our expectations. Make long-term plans. And if the change doesn't happen within 24 hours, then one day at a time. And with that, take care, and I will see everybody tomorrow.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for